The recent Optus cyber attack has raised questions amongst tech experts about data security and how prepared the telco was for the hack. Creator of website Have I Been Pwned Troy Hunt claims Optus had not invested enough in their cybersecurity systems prior to the attack, leaving millions of customers vulnerable. You can only assume they didn't invest enough in their defenses, he said. Read more. What do I do if my details have been hacked in the Optus data leak? There was such a simple attack. They clearly didn't invest enough and take it seriously enough. Hunt said it is now a waiting game to hear from the telco's bosses about how the attack happened. Actuary industry executive and risk expert Win Lee To said it isn't about a blame game, rather there is a shortage of qualified people to defend Australia's cybersecurity. I think it is a temptation to simplify the issue down to who's to blame, she said. Our research shows 30,000 qualified people over the next 4 years are needed to keep our nation safe, but there's only 1,300 coming out of tertiary education. Read more. Optus to cover cost of replacement passports for hack victims concerns more customers at risk during the attack. The hacker publicly compromised the personal data of 10,000 Optus customers. Hunt says other customers' data may still be at risk of exposure. We know they had no scruples about dumping more than 10,000 records publicly and intended to keep doing so in order to get a ransom reward on the data, he said. I wouldn't have much confidence at all that they haven't retained more of the data and will do something about it in the future. This thing is more prevalent than Optus. To said cyber attacks are more prevalent in Australia than many people realize. In Australia, there's an attack every 8 minutes reported to the government, she said. Last year there were $33 billion of total reported losses from cybercrime in Australia. That's 13% up on the previous year and rising. To said cyber attacks go beyond the recent attack on Optus and are far bigger. I am not trying to scare people, but I think the issue is a lot bigger than Optus, she said. What can be done to stop it in the future? To said that comprehensive data protection comes down to individual responsibility and companies taking cyber insurance. Read more. The 4 scams Optus customers need to watch out for. First lines of defense are individuals taking responsibility in the first place for basic cyber hygiene, she said. So it's like putting in place technology and firewalls, and people, training the people not to take on phishing attacks. Then the second line of defense is taking out cyber insurance. Very few companies, only 20% of small companies and 70% of large companies take out cyber insurance. I think of it a little bit like house insurance.